Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you are all well. I've had a lovely break and I'm making the most of the rest of the time we have, whether that's some of you deciding to get ahead of the game and getting on top of some work before you head back, or others just thinking last couple of days before that manic term starts, so I'm just going to switch off and relax. And whatever you're choosing to do is absolutely fine, because you've got to remember, this is your time, right? You are the most important resource in the classroom, so whatever you choose to do with this time is fine. What I don't want you doing is comparing yourself and feeling any sort of guilt for whatever you choose to do. You know, if you are deciding to not really do anything until you get back on Monday, don't then feel guilty for that, because you're prioritizing you, and that's absolutely fine. Similarly, if you are going to do a little bit of work just to make sure you can get ahead and try and, you know, not be overwhelmed when you do get back, again, absolutely fine. One thing I really do get annoyed at with our profession is that level of comparison and how it gets projected onto us, that we should all be the same, and sort of idea that you've got to be working yourself to the point of burnout. It's not right, it's not sustainable, and you know, we're all different, and that's what we should celebrate. You know, how boring would it be if every school had the exact same type of teacher? We all bring our own unique sort of differences to the classroom, and that's what makes a school successful, I feel. I hope you've been able to switch off. It's a weird one, Christmas, because things are so full on and we're so busy that it doesn't feel like we do get to really switch off. But I hope you found some time to do that, and if you've got a New Year's resolution, I hope you're able to stick with it. Mine, well, I've been on a bit of a health kick, so I'm going to carry on with that. But I think for me it's all about finding the magic in the mundane this year. So, you know, with things like social media, you're just sort of peppered, aren't you? Just constantly seeing how wonderful and amazing everyone else's life is, which is just someone choosing their highlights and most of the time exaggerating them. But for me, I just want to be content with what I have and make the most and appreciate it. That doesn't mean not striving for more, but also appreciating what you've got. Like, I just love nothing more than just taking my dog for a walk, as I'm doing now. Normally have a coffee, normally walking with my wife and having a good chat and catch up. So those days where I don't get to do that, don't like them. And I've been able to do that a lot over the Christmas break, which has been fantastic. So it's just about finding those little things that just bring you a bit of joy, a bit of happiness, and just really appreciating it and making the most of it. And I do think it's really important that you do have things going on in your life outside of teaching, a little bit of you time. For me at the minute, I'm really into playing paddle tennis, and you've only got to look at the presents I got from my family to show that clearly I'm a bit too obsessed with it. But I've been playing a lot over Christmas. My knees are goosed, need to give them a bit of a rest really, but I just find when I go there, play for an hour, it just allows me to just switch off and not think about anything else. Really good, clear the head, really good for my well-being, obviously the fitness and socializing without it really involving alcohol and things. So I'd highly recommend it. But you know, you might find your own little thing, but it's being willing to actually you know, put it in the diary and do it consistently, so you can switch off from this all-consuming job of teaching. When you're working in the job that we do, where it is all-consuming and so mentally draining, for you to be the best teacher and avoid burnout, you've got to prioritize yourself sometimes. And I think that's a really important thing to take into 2025. What to take from this video? Well, find magic in the mundane. Try and find time to do things that allow you to switch off from the job that we do as teachers, because I think that will make us all better teachers the next day in class.